So as we now see some states bucking the Biden administration and slowly reemerging from their mask mandates, many are still refusing to budge on one major issue: kids having to wear masks in schools. From coast to coast, outraged parents like my next two guests would not give up their fight for their children to be mask-free in schools. Joining me now from Loudoun County, Virginia, a dad who has been at the forefront of this fight. He is now running for Congress, Brandon Mechon. And from San Diego, a mom of four, Melissa O'Connor, joins me now. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to go to you first, Mr. Mechon, because you're now running for Congress. Why is this such a big issue for you and other parents across the nation?
Yeah, this turned in a year ago today. We were talking about opening schools. It went from opening schools to accountability of our elected officials. Now in Virginia, where I live, we have an executive order that Governor Youngkin put that give parents the right to choose. And what we're having elected officials who are saying we don't have to listen to you either at the local level, the state level, or the national level. And parents are fed up. And so I threw my hat in the ring because just like so many millions of parents throughout the United States, we're tired of the direction this administration is taking us. And, people can go to BrandonForCongress.com and find out what we're about and how we're going to raise the bar in Washington. But it's a parents movement, and it's a together we are going to raise the bar movement.
Brandon, I think you make an interesting point, and I think a lot of parents agree with you on that point. Ms. O'Connor, I want you to hear this soundbite, because I think at the center of this, it is the kids' response. Watch how these kids react when their teacher tells them that it is over, no more masks. Take a look.
Starting tomorrow, we don't have to wear masks anymore!
Melissa, when you hear the kids cheering, when you see them dancing across the classroom, what goes through your head?
To me, it's devastating because it's, why is it tomorrow? Why is it not right now? And that is, you could boil all of this, at least the last 6 months, down to that. Why tomorrow? What's so special about tomorrow? Why not immediately? And just to see that they would be that excited to have given back to them what is already theirs, which is their right to oxygen, we've really lost our way.
Yeah. Brandon, the interesting thing to me is that, with all these mandates, the science just doesn't support the conclusion that these elected officials have gotten to. So why do they keep imposing these mandates when they know they're not scientific?
It's all a power struggle. You have teachers unions who are saying, oh, we're not going to be able to unmask until, the numbers are lower. But then they're saying, oh, get vaccinated. Well, we all know that it doesn't matter if you're vaccinated. You can still transmit this disease. This is a power struggle. This is a time where we have people who are trying to push agendas. And if we follow along and do everything they say, they can continue to do that. But COVID has pulled the curtain back on so many parts, especially within our education system, that parents are saying enough is enough. Now is our time for our voice to resonate, and we're going to do that. And it's all across the nation, and there's been a groundswell and a movement that has been created because of this.
Brandon, you're so right. The parents are letting their voices be heard. They're going to board meetings. I want to play this clip for you, Melissa, of a dad decided to go to a meeting and give his point of view. Look what happens to him. Watch.
Look at this. Look at this. Look. What are you doing? What the are you doing? What are you doing? That's assault. That is assault.
So this is a dad who was unmasked that was removed from the school board meeting. We put an inquiry in. This guy is not a cop. He's a former cop, and he drug him out of the meeting. Is this normal, Melissa?
This is not normal, and these mandates, all of them, every single mandate in the United States of America needs to end immediately, because what does it do to us? It causes so much division. It gives a neighbor some authority they think they have dreamed up in their head that they can approach another human being that way. it's so sad. It breaks my heart. And I would say, whoever's listening, do everything in your power to make all of this stop. Speak up. We can't keep doing this.
So true. Brandon, it seems to me that a lot of these school boards don't have people that represent the point of view of people like you. It seems like a lot of these city councils don't have people on those city councils that represent the point of view as you. So you've made the bold commitment to run for Congress. Why?
Because what we need is we need more people to be involved. COVID has exposed lack of leadership across, local, state, and federal level. And this is an opportunity for us to make those people accountable. I'm putting my hat in the ring because there is a moment in time when our voice can resonate to make change. And I love this country and I love the people. I love this district, the state, and the nation. And I just want to see my kids, my 4 kids, grow up in the same environment I had an opportunity. And we all as Americans just want the opportunity to do a little better than we did yesterday. And currently we're not heading there, but together we can do it.
Brandon and Melissa, when these elected leaders see that the kids are behind and they're going through all these mental health problems and they still will not turn on their position, I just think it's really diminished from my point of view. We appreciate parents like you coming on the show to give your perspective. Melissa, Brandon, thanks so much for coming on Cross Country. Coming up, politicians want this weekend to be just about the Super Bowl, but the communities here are being torn apart by the homeless crisis that cannot be hidden. A cross-country investigation just ahead. And later, I will talk to Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, Hall of Famers Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith. They will be here ahead to talk about their predictions for tomorrow's game. You don't want to miss it. More on Cross Country.